Hello everybody, my name is Caitlin, or Katie, or Kate, whatever it is that you call me. As you can kind of tell by the title, this is all about my Walt Disney World College program experience. Obviously I haven't left yet, so I don't have too much experience, but this video is kind of, up until this point, talking about what is the Disney College program, my acceptance, and all the other fun stuff along the way, the interview process. I'm mainly making this video because I have a lot of friends and family on Facebook that don't really understand what the college program is or don't have a lot of information, and I figured I'd kind of put a video out there versus a really long spiel on Facebook that no one wants to read. So, just a quick thank you to everybody who helped me in reaching my goal of the $350 that I had to get in to accept my program fees. Obviously, being in college, I can't really afford to be paying that on top of my student loans right now, so I really appreciate it, and thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me. So I guess I could just start off with the whole application process. Now, rewind. We'll start with what is the Disney College program for those of you that just kind of want to know, and then get out of this video. So, the Disney College program is basically a program for college students, like an internship but school at the same time kind of thing. Basically, you apply, and if you get accepted, you move to, unless you're already there. In my case, I'm moving to Florida for the Disney World program. And Disney World offers housing that they call Disney dorms that we move into, and you get a few roommates, and it's like a normal dorm on a normal university. And Disney also offers classes that you can take that can count towards college credit and intern credits, and I will still be going through GCU's online school at the time, so I won't be falling back in schooling, just adding some additional fun things to my resume along the way. So yes, I'll still be attending GCU, but as an online student, and I will be taking courses through Disney and getting credits from them, which is pretty exciting because who gets to say they got taught by a Disney professor? I'm pretty excited about that. And especially being a film major, Disney being, hello, a film company, it's super exciting to me. So on top of taking classes, you also, one of the biggest and most exciting parts about this opportunity is you get assigned a role at Disney World or Disneyland, whichever one you're at, and you will be working in the park. I got chosen for merchandise, so I get to work at one of the parks in one of the merchandise stores, and apparently merchandise, I'll be doing a lot of hopping around from different places in the park, so I get to experience it that much more, which is awesome. So there's a lot of perks that come along with it too. I get to get into the parks for free, I get all kinds of discounts, blah blah blah, but the most exciting part for me is that if I do well in this internship program, I could go on to the professional program, and like I said, being a film major, working for Disney is such a dream, so that's super exciting. I found out about this through some website that keeps you up to date on like internships and jobs for college students, and I had applied for several of them and got asked to do like interviews for internships, but most of them were unpaid, and I know it sounds selfish, but I kind of need the money, so I was hoping for a paid internship. So I applied for a few and was getting asked for interviews and wasn't feeling it, so I was like, alright, this is my last time going onto the website, we'll see if anything pops up. And then there was a little Disney one, and I was like, oh, what are the chances? I had never heard of the Disney College program before, so I didn't know what my chances of getting in were. So I went ahead and applied anyways. I figured, what did I have to lose? I just submitted my resume, and that was that. And I filled out a little application, and within an hour or two, I would say, I got an email back from Disney asking me to do their web-based interview, which is one of those cheesy, do you agree or disagree? Does this describe you? Like, those kind of questions. And it took me an hour to complete, and it's timed. It was really stressful because after you finish that web-based interview, they tell you if you're going to continue on in the interviewing process. So I finished that, and they told me I was a strong candidate and I was moving on to the phone interview. So I kind of panicked because I didn't know what to expect for that. So I did all kinds of research into it, and it was supposed to last like 45 minutes, and my phone interview was scheduled for 4 days later, and I felt really prepared for it. I called my dad and was asking all kinds of questions on how I should answer things, and I felt really confident in it. And then I got my phone interview, and I cannot remember my interviewer's name for any of those Disney College Program people watching. I want to say it was Emily or Emma or something along those lines, but I could be wrong. But I had my interview with her, and it was really late their time, like 11 their time and 8 my time. So, she sounded kind of not too upbeat and Disney sounding, so I was kind of upset with how my interview went. I felt good about how I answered things, but she seemed kind of down, or I know it was late, so that's my mom kept telling me it was late their time, it was probably their last interview of the day, but I was feeling super down about it, even though I felt confident in what I had said. So I did my phone interview, and 2.5 days later, I got my acceptance, and I was told I wasn't going to find out for like 2 months until the end of November. And reading everyone else's comments on the Disney College Program Facebook page, they were saying, yeah, it takes like a few weeks or months, and I am the most impatient person ever, so there was this pit at the bottom of my stomach that was just super uncomfortable with the thought of having to wait that long. So, of course, I was checking my emails and my Disney page constantly, my dashboard, just constantly over and over, and it was just not happening. So, I was actually, when I got my acceptance letter, in the shower, and for whatever reason, I was showering and completely content, jamming out to Disney music, and just had this gut feeling to go check my email, even though I had just checked it like 2 minutes before I got in the shower. So I hop out, dry my hands off and all of that goodness, and I checked my email, and I had gotten my acceptance letter, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I was in shock. I wanted a happy cry. I did happy cry. I was shaking, and all I could do was just be completely excited. My family was coming up from Tucson that night, so I decided not to tell them, and that I was going to surprise them instead, with a cute little Mickey Mouse puzzle that said I got accepted into the Walt Disney World College Program. So I held on to that secret all day till I got to see my parents. That was probably the hardest part so far. That might even outbeat the waiting the 2.5 days to get my acceptance. I was holding on to it super tight, my secret, and I was driving to go meet my parents for my brother's football game down in Tucson, and I meant to send my mom a picture of where I was on my navigation, but I sent her my Walt Disney World acceptance letter, and having an iPhone, you can't cancel it, so I text her like, please don't read that, please don't read it to anybody else, and her next response was, well, I can pretend I didn't read it to everybody in the car. So I was super disappointed that I didn't get to surprise them, but they were super excited for me and very supportive, and yeah, so that was my acceptance, and I paid my program fees. Once again, thank you to everybody that helped me, and got chosen, well, I chose the dates. I wanted the earlier dates just so I could be there even earlier, and spend my birthday in Disney World, but that's okay. I get to spend my birthday with my family now. I am leaving for Walt Disney World February 1st of this year, and my leave date is August 4th, so I'll be there quite a good chunk of time, and I could not be more excited. I don't have too much to say. This is going to be kind of like the kickstart of my Disney vlogs. I figured this would be the best way to kind of keep my family and friends in the loop of what's happening over in Disney World and what's been happening up until this point. So I will be posting more videos like my Disney World bucket list, because of course you have to make one, and when I finally meet my roommates, which I've already found my 3 roommates, which I could not be more excited about. I was really nervous about that part because I don't want to go into this program and just have people that I considered, oh, they were my roommates in Disney. I wanted to come out with actual friends from this, and I already have so far. We've only been talking for like 3 days, but I love them as if I've known them forever. So I've got my 3 roommates, Joella and Cassie and Winter, and I could not be more excited. So I'll be posting all kinds of things about my Disney adventures as I go, just to keep everybody up and... I'm sorry, I'm coming down with a cold, so I'm like, just to keep everybody up to date. If you don't want to watch it, that's cool too. I could just make these to look back on later in life, which would be exciting also. I think that's all I've got to say, but I couldn't be more excited to be sharing this journey with you guys, and I will see you next time around.